Yo, what is up, guys? So, today we're going to talk about a few things really quick. So, number one, we're going to talk about it's my birthday, guys. So, it's super sick. And I got to get like 40 hours of work in, and I only worked like 2 hours yesterday on Monday. So, I got a lot of extra work to do maybe on the weekend. And then what else? We're going to talk about player owned shops today. And you guys let me know. I want your input on this because it's been reported by staff members. I'm not sure what to do about it. And then we're going to move on to a story of a guy who wants to get unbanned, and the reason I can't unban him. But his story is pretty funny, so you guys might want to stick around for that. But anyways, okay, so I'll explain the story really quick. Basically, he stole items from a very rich account who had Inquisitor, and then he denied the fact that he did that and tried to have a very strange excuse. So yeah, that's basically the story. But I will go. I will tell you the excuse after I explain everything else. But anyways, yeah. So now we're gonna take a look at the player-owned shop. So we're gonna take a look at the person in question here of whether or not we think he's guilty of scamming, possibly. So let's find out. Um, as we can see, he is selling a Venom sword for 100 trillion, which is 30 times more than what it's worth at 3 trillion. So um, we will ask, does it appear that K3N7 has items that are significantly overvalued, and what should we do about it, basically? Now, my staff have come to me with this issue, not even mentioning the Venom sword, I think, or maybe they did. But mainly they're asking about the Ecto tokens here and the loyalty tokens, which are priced very highly. Now, if he were to sell all 184 million Ecto tokens for the price which he wants, which is 1 million, then he would get 184 trillion, which is, if we check his net worth really quick, his net worth is actually 169 trillion. Therefore, a lot of the items in his player on shop are would make him very rich if they actually sold, right? In fact, this pile of Ecto tokens alone is more than his entire net worth of his account, which is pretty insane. So the question is, how overpriced are Ecto tokens at 1 million GP? How overpriced are loyalty tokens at 1 million GP? And is it scammy if he's able to sell them to anyone? So let's ask the chat really quick. PC Ecto tokens. Now, based on a very outdated link online of our price guide, it says that Ecto tokens were worth 100 GP, but that's a long time ago. They could have easily gone up to 1,000 or 10,000 GP. Now, I don't know if they're a million GP, but that's a very good question. What I want to know is how many Ecto tokens can you get from 1 hour of Slash Bash? So actually, we'll do a calculation here really quick of let's do a little bit of Slash Bash calculation. Now, don't worry, guys. We don't have to actually kill Slash Bash. We're just going to do a simulation here. So I'm going to do a simulation, and we're going to type in Slash Bash, and we're going to type in that we do. Let's say we get 3 kills per minute, maybe something like that, like 20 seconds per kill. That would be 180 kills per hour, and that would give us 277,000 Ecto tokens, which, if you were to multiply that by a million, would be, we gotta check that out really quick. So that'd be 277 billion, which is a very large amount of money from Slash Bash. In fact, Slash Bash should not give 277 billion worth of items per hour because raids can only give like what 50 or 100 billion per hour, maybe. So that would make Slash Bash more profitable than doing any of the raids, and actually it'd probably be more profitable than doing all the raids combined at the same time. So if you want to buy very, very expensive, overpriced Ecto tokens at 1 million GP each, then yeah, you go to K3N7's shop. But the question I have for you guys is, what should we do about it if it's overpriced? If it's 100 times overpriced, if it's 1,000 times overpriced, Should we ban people from using the player on shop? Should we remove those items from the player on shop? Should we re-add restrictions to the player on shop? I don't want to re-add restrictions to the player on shop. I kind of want like a free market. So, um, yeah, I don't know what to do about it, but that's why I'm getting your guys' feedback. Now, what we're going to talk about is actually the story, which I want to tell you about that one guy. So, there's a guy who stole from a YouTuber, like I was saying, right? Now, the guy who stole from the YouTuber stole from a YouTuber named Frim, who apparently deleted his account deleted his YouTube channel shortly after he got robbed on our server. So that's a very interesting fact. And then this happened like 3 years ago. So I don't blame the guy if he doesn't remember what he did. But then he had a very interesting excuse. I told him that basically he had logged into his account with his IP address, and then he had also logged into Frim's account, and I must have had I have logs showing that Frim lost Inquisitor on that day, and then this other guy gained Inquisitor that day. So to me, that was very strange that Inquisitor had been passed over from a YouTuber to a regular player, and then a bunch of other items as well, like trillions in value had been transferred over. So I questioned him about this, and his response was, and actually I will go read it because it's quite ridiculous. So let's scroll up a really far ways. It says here, all right, so I said that they logged in on same day, June 28th, 2021, both accounts, and then he says he can explain that. He says, at the time I couldn't log in, so I asked my wife to open TeamViewer at the time, and Frim logged in. That's the only reason I could think of. I don't exactly know how that works. So he asked his wife to open TeamViewer at the time, and Frim logged in. Does Frim live with this guy? Does his wife know Frim's password? Is his wife Frim? These are very important questions here. So he said he's not Frim, and he doesn't know why they share the same IP address. And let's see what else. I say Frim lost 8 trillion, or he lost 5 trillion that day, and then coincidentally, at the same exact time, this guy gained trillions, which is very interesting. But I also noticed that he must have lost a bunch of money staking because his account value had gone from like 10 trillion down to 1 trillion, and that's when he decided he was going to go onto Frim's account, and then he went onto Frim's account and was able to trade items over. And then let's see what else. Yeah, I asked him if he was staking, and he did actually explain. He said he did some staking, but nothing major. He said he thinks it ruins the game for him. And I've got a second screenshot here. So I told him that basically the day that he stole all Frim's items is the same day that he got banned, actually. So we were pretty quick about banning him. In fact, I was the one who banned him because I must have noticed that Frim had lost a ton of money. Let's see. He says he remembers having Inquisitor, Venom Sword, and almost 10,000 golden tickets. And it doesn't make much sense, the value of his account for the playtime that it has, because anyone with that playtime is not worth as much as him. In fact, let's take a look at his net worth really quick. Net worth of this guy is over 100 trillion, making him like one of the richest players on the server. Not many players are worth over 100 trillion. So that's pretty crazy. Like some of the top players on our server might be worth like 200 trillion. So for him to have like half that value with way less playtime is pretty crazy. But let's see if there's anything crazy else about these screenshots. So I asked him if he knew that Frim had lost his Inquisitor the day that this guy got super rich and gained Inquisitor. But he said the only YouTubers he was watching were Didyscape, me, and Frim. And then all of a sudden, Frim's YouTube channel was gone, which is very interesting. And then he says he knows for a fact he didn't do anything against the rules, except for buying out party hats or something. I don't know what that has to do anything. But anyways, so I'm sure I looked at trade logs and found out that he had traded a bunch of stuff over because I probably would have been interested to see, you know, exactly, the logs and stuff like that. Because all I can see right now are the net worths and the IP addresses, but from that information, it seems pretty certain that he stole items. Like you have this newish player who doesn't have Inquisitor, but then logs into Frim's account on the same IP, and then all of a sudden, all of Frim's items just get lost and end up on this other account, which both share the same IP, logging in the same day. Now, what I will explain is that actually, um, the interesting thing is he knew Frim's password in recovery weeks prior to the incident which this occurred. So he had known Frim's information for a while, but he only decided to use it once he got staked and cleaned. And you're probably wondering how he knew the information. Well, he was a staff member, so and also Frim's password and recovery were very simple. I think we forgot to change it, but I'm sure that Frim's password was probably something like Frim or Anarchy or something very simple. Same with his recovery. So I think what this dude was able to do is guess YouTuber's recovery and password or whatever. And I actually had a different player, and this is a similar story. And I don't know if this player ended up changing passwords or recoveries or anything. He might have, but there's a player that went and hijacked a bunch of items from our. There's a few accounts which have a bunch of tokens. Let me check what kind of. It was referral tokens on like, let's see, the top list accounts. So like someone went and stole all the referral tokens from all those accounts because they had very simple passwords and recoveries, I guess, or because that player might have been staff at the time, and sometimes staff can actually be able to change recoveries and stuff like that and passwords. So, anyways, hopefully you guys thought that was an interesting story. I posted it in Discord or whatever a while ago. So, and then yeah, it's my birthday, so it's pretty sick. Celebrate my birthday today. And then someone wanted me to do a live stream, but I'll just make a video. And we have, did I mention we have 6 videos coming up? 3 of which are going to be about the raids updates. And then we got a new YouTuber, which is pretty sick, who's, yeah, he's got around the same subscribers as me, so it's kind of cool. And then he's a Spanish-speaking YouTuber, so maybe we will get some Spanish speakers on our server and grow our, you know, create almost a language barrier or like have like a melting pot of different languages or whatever you want to say. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. And I want to mention we are getting really pretty decent donations as well. So that's exciting. Pretty decent donations as well as pretty decent player count. Even though we haven't had a video in a few days, we have videos coming out very soon. So it's something to look forward to. But I got to get back to work. So yeah, basically, peace out, guys.